Hello, everyone, from the National Weather Service in Missoula. This is your planning briefing for Thursday, January 23rd. Taking a look at the weather threat matrix. You can see our event we've been talking about coming up this evening, Thursday evening into Friday. Some moderate impacts as far as snow is concerned, mostly across western Montana with some lighter snows in north central Idaho. Some cold temperatures settle in for the weekend, and then next week looks to be mostly under a ridge of high pressure with some concerns for freezing fog in the valleys. So just checking out those expected snowfall ranges with this first snowfall event that we're speaking of. Generally 1 to 2 inches for a lot of the valleys of western Montana. A few isolated higher totals of 3 to 4 inches. Then across north central Idaho, generally less than an inch for the valleys. Getting up on the terrain and closer to the passes, more like 1 to 3 inches. Here's the timing. We'll let this loop back through so we can get a better starting point. So there's 7 p.m. this evening to about Kalispell. It progresses to the I-90 corridor near midnight or just after, and then just continues to settle southward into Friday morning. So definitely looks like some potential for some slick roads with this light to moderate snowfall. Not expecting a lot of wind with it, but mostly just a snow impact. Here's some more ranges if you want to pick a particular location. Notice how dry it is through much of the rest of next week once we're done with this snowfall. Same thing for precipitation amounts. If you want to look at your favorite spot. Temperature forecast. Definitely the coldest going through the weekend. You can see some sub-zero lows, especially along the divide and some of those favored cold spots. Sunday being the coldest morning, it looks like. Once again, not much in the way of wind expected, so not as much of a wind chill threat with this like we had with our last Arctic system. This one's a fairly weak one. And then somewhat of a warm up next week. We are expecting increased probability for those valley inversions. So some of these temperatures may end up lower, the high temperatures especially, than what's currently forecast. And also some concern for freezing fog, especially during the nighttime hours and morning hours. So watch for localized icy spots and some low visibility. So snow level forecast, pretty much all the way down to the valley floors. Not much to speak of next week as far as snowfall, at least through about Thursday. Looking a bit further ahead, you can see we do see that near normal temperature through about the 1st of February, trending toward below normal once we get into the first few days of February. So yes, it is looking more likely for another winter storm type period right around the last day of the month into the first several days of February. So something to keep in mind. And you can see that reflected in the precipitation field as well once we get to the period of time, the 8 to 14 day, that includes the beginning of February, a trend toward above normal precipitation. Well, I hope you have a good weekend. The next scheduled briefing is for Sunday the 26th. Take care.